think I'm speaking like a Biafran, but no, I want us to reason like analytical human beings. The fact is, the division of Nigeria with all the indications on ground so far is inevitable.
Official message to the Nigerian government warning them to stop the killings going on in Nigeria, or else Nigeria will be divided with immediate effect. Oh yes, he made this statement in a viral video he posted on his social media handle, and this video has generated a lot of discussions online. I'm going to play the video for you, but before I play the video for you, you will remember also that in early January 2026, the US Congress said that one of the best ways to stop the killings going on in Nigeria is to divide Nigeria, and so they say they are going to propose that to Donald Trump. Not until this Rep. Really more came up and said, okay, let's give Nigeria, a benefit of that. Let's give them other options like stopping the Sharia or ending the Sharia and other options they mentioned. But unfortunately, it seems the Nigerian government is not keeping up to that. And so this senator has come out to say that, come on, if Nigerian government don't end the killing with immediate effect, that they are coming to break up Nigeria. Oh yes. Now to the news. Please, I beg you to stay with me because this is very, very important and a very serious matter. Oh yes. Now to the news. It says, stop ongoing killings of Nigerians or risk violent breakup. Former US envoy warns Tinubu government. So the interesting thing here is or risk violent breakup. Violent breakup. So let's see how he said that they are going to that they are going to come to do this violent breakup. Please stay with me. Now, according to this news, let me zoom it so you can see it clearly. It said, former United States Ambassador at Large for International Religious Freedom, Sam Brambach, has warned that Nigeria may face a violent breakup if the government fails to urgently halt the ongoing killings across the country. All right? Brambach issued a warning in a recent speech captured in a viral video where he described the situation in Nigeria as reaching a breaking point, particularly for Christian communities. So he has warned the Nigerian government. Of course, he made a video. I'm going to play the video for you. He has warned the Nigerian government to stop the killings in Nigeria, especially killings of Christian communities, or else they will face violent breakup. All right. Furthermore, he said, according to him, Nigeria has become deadly, if not the most deadliest place on the planet to be a Christian, stressing that the current trajectory is unsustainable and could trigger catastrophic consequences. Okay, let's look at the consequences. Breaking point: stop the killings now or face a split of the country, Brambach said. All right. He added, that's not going to be able to sustain itself and continue without leading to a violent split up of the country. And I say those words cautiously, and I don't like saying those words, but I believe it to be the truth. Of course, nobody likes saying that Nigeria is going to break up, but that is just what it is looking like. Oh yes. So he went further to say, please, I beg you to stay with me. He went further to say, the former US envoy warned that the continued inaction by the Nigerian authorities could plunge the country into bloody violence, affecting not only Christians, but also moderate Muslim communities. Of course, not all Muslim communities are evil. There are still Muslims that are good. Of course, we know that. If the Nigerian government now does not get on top of this situation of what is taking place in Nigeria and has been now for a number of years, if they don't get on top of it and start protecting their people, particularly the Christian community and the moderate Muslim communities that are being attacked, if they don't stop this, this is going to lead to a broader bloodshed throughout Nigeria and probably a splitting up of the country. And it's that dramatic, he added, and it's that dramatic. Honestly, the Nigerian government need to step up. We are saying this, with all honesty, that the Nigerian authority or the Nigerian security forces need to step up with insecurity. Of course, in this news, they took time to analyze the kind of killings that has happened just this year, 2026. I'm going to read it for you. I think it is in the next page. The kind of killings that have gone on in Nigeria. And reading through this, I got so insane. I said, what? Are these people, even animals? You don't kill animals in such numbers. It's just so unfortunate, honestly speaking. Now, we went further to say, let me read it. This story was sourced from a new security tracker report compiled by the Research and Data Department of Human Angle. All right. The report painted a grim picture of worsening security situation across the country. All right. It revealed that terror-related attacks and organized armed violence accounted for more than half of all recorded incidents during the month. All right. The tracker, compiled by Abdusalam Ahmed Yusuf and Abdullahi Abubakar, documented 136 incidents of insecurity nationwide during the month, representing only a slight 3.5% decrease from incidents recorded in January. All right, so in February, we had 336 incidents of insecurity attacks in Nigeria. All right, he went further to say, despite the slight decline in the number of incidents, fatalities surged sharply, rising from 481 deaths in January to 624 in February, an increase of nearly 30%. In January, what this news is saying, that in January, all the attacks that was carried out in Nigeria, that 481 people died. 481 in January. People that were shouting Happy New Year, all of them, or 481 of them, died. Now, in February, 624 people died. You can imagine, in February. And in this March, I'm sure that in this March, more than this number has died too. And it kept increasing. So he said that it increased from January to February in nearly 30%, 30% increase. All right. According to the report, Nigeria's northwest region recorded the highest number of insecurity incidents, highlighting the continued spread of armed banditry and terror attacks across the region. Of course, we know that all these attacks, most of them are in the north. All right. The tracker shows that the northwest experienced 44 incidents, followed by the north central region with 40 incidents, while insurgency range northeast recorded 24 incidents. All right. Across the southern part of the country, 28 incidents were documented, including 11 each in the south and southwest, and 6 in the southeast. Can you imagine? At the state level, Zamfara recorded the highest number of incidents with 19, followed by Benue with 15, Borno with 12, Plateau with 9, and Kebbi with 8 incidents. All right. Kwara recorded highest death toll. Kwara State in Yoruba land recorded highest death toll. Yoruba people, now they hear. All right. The report revealed that Kwara State recorded the highest number of fatalities nationwide, accounting for 174 deaths, largely linked to a mass casualty terror attack early in the month. Of course, in the month of February, we had the incident of these terror people, going to Kwara State to unalive people. So the number of people that died in Kwara State is more than the number of people that died in the northern part of Nigeria. Zamfara followed with 149 fatalities, while Borno and Kebbi recorded 48 deaths each. Benue State documented 38 fatalities during the period. All right. Regionally, the North Central recorded the highest death toll with 278 fatalities, while the Northwest followed with 217 deaths. You can imagine. So they took time to give the analysis of the number of people that have died from state to region in Nigeria from just January and February. And you can see the numbers we are calling here. The Northeast recorded 112 fatalities, while southern regions saw relatively lower numbers. Southwest recorded 9 deaths, Southeast 5, and South 3. So there's no more casualty in the southeast, even though they say that people that reside in the southeast are terrorists. But unfortunately, there is lower deaths in the southeast part of Nigeria. Interestingly, Kano and Jigawa State did not record any fatalities linked to insecurity during the period, according to the report. All right. Kidnapping also surged during the month, while 419 people adopted across 33 separate incidents in 13 states. Of course, in 13 states in Nigeria, people were adopted. Apart from insurgency, apart from shooting with gun, they also adopt people and go and unalive them. States affected by adoption include Niger, Kwara, Edo, Akwa Ibom, Katsina, Sokoto, Kaduna, Zamfara, Benue, Ebonyi, Plateau, Kano, and Ondo states. All right. The report shows that Zamfara alone accounted for 11 kidnapping incidents and highest recorded in any state during the period. Kidnapping happened mostly in Zamfara state. All right. Other states recorded the following incidents: Sokoto 4, Kaduna 3, Benue 3, Niger 2, Kwara 2, Edo 2, while Akwa Ibom, Katsina, Ebonyi, Plateau, Kano, and Ondo recorded 1 incident each. Can imagine. Kidnapping, now we'll talk about. Oh. All right. So on a final note, we have further to say. The tracker further revealed that attacks targeting civilians were the most common form of violence, accounting for 86 incidents and resulting in 512 deaths. Can imagine. These incidents included armed attacks on communities, forced disappearances, adoptions, and other forms of violence directed to non-combat civilians that are just going on their own. They will be attacked by these armed Fulani bandits and they will be unalived. Other form of violent incidents documented during the month included 5 battle-related clashes between armed groups, which resulted in 5 deaths. The report also recorded 3 incidents of explosion or remote violence, including landmining and other explosive attacks that left 11 people dead. So all you keep hearing in Nigerian news is how many people that died, how many people that died. And it's just quite unfortunate. So unfortunate. So now I want to ask you, do you think that what this Senator Sam Brambach, what he said, that if the Nigerian government did not act immediately on the issue of insecurity, that they are coming to divide Nigeria, do you think what he said is right? Or do you think there's any other option that you want to give Nigeria? As the other Rep Limo said that they want to give Nigeria benefit of that by telling Nigeria to remove Sharia. Of course, the Nigerian state has said that they can't do without Sharia. They can't remove Sharia from the Nigerian constitution. I hope you know they say that. They have said that. Of course, even the Arewa Forum has come out to say that they cannot remove Sharia in the Nigerian constitution. So all this and many other things happening in Nigeria. Which way or what do you think is the best way to go about this insecurity in Nigeria? Do well to drop your comment in the comment section. But now I'm going to allow you to watch just a brief of that, press briefing that Senator Sam Brambach made, where he talked about all these things. So please do well to drop it. And if this is your first time coming across my channel or my video, please do well to subscribe, because on this channel I get information of everything that is happening in Nigeria, right? So please, I beg you to listen to him.
Deadly, if not the most deadly place on the planet to be a Christian in Nigeria. That's not going to be able to sustain itself and continue without leading to a violent split up of the country. And I say those words cautiously, and I don't like saying those words, but I believe it to be the truth. If the Nigerian government now does not get on top of this situation of what's taking place in Nigeria, and has been now for a number of years, if they don't get on top of it and start protecting their people, particularly the Christian community and the moderate Muslim communities that are being attacked, if they don't stop this, this is going to lead to broader bloodshed throughout Nigeria and probably a splitting up of the country. And it's that dramatic.
Let's tell ourselves the truth now, at least for once. You see, I'm going to speak on a lot of people. The division of Nigeria is inevitable without implementing the regional system of government. Okay, let's look at the indicators. Number 1, The fact is, the issue of national insecurity at the moment happens to be majorly a northern problem, right? You quite agree with me on that. And in that regards now, any government of the day, any president at the moment that is not of the northern descent or northern origin that tries to fix that, if he's hoping to come for a second tenure, I bet you he can't succeed in that. You quite agree with me, right? And this is what I mean by that. Okay. In addressing, considering bringing into view now what happened recently in Benue, just the normal issue of farmers herders clashes as they call it, right? Okay. In fixing this kind of situations, now forget about the deployment of military, police, whatever the president coming to visit. You quite agree with me that that doesn't solve anything and is not going to solve anything. The only thing that will solve that to some certain extent is we having a situation where there is ranches established for herders, right? That is to say, the herders must be in tune with changing times. Because you quite agree with me, there is no developed country you go to in this world today that you'll find a situation where animals wander all around. There is none. You can never find any developed country of that nature. But in so doing now, if the president of the day tries to enforce that, it's going to be rejected by the northerners to some certain extent, evidently clear even in the past, right? Considering the fact that these people are citizens or whatever, they are nomadic in nature, right? That has always been the conversation. They are nomadic in nature. So they move from places to places. And the fact is, I don't know where we're actually getting this. Okay, if you say you are nomadic in nature, how do you expect the government to account for you? Have you ever seen a country where you have citizens being nomadic in nature and the government can account for them and make budget for? So you see, the fact is, the herders must be in tune with changing times, but they are not ready for that. And even the politicians are not ready to have that conversation. Let's look at the issue of dialogue. We need to preach dialogue. We need to be accommodating. There's enough to share, according to Tinubu. But looking at it, you quite agree with me that as far as this life, this nature is concerned now, people have metamorphosized over time, which is the fact that people no more just live because they want to embrace each other in love and peace and harmony. There are two things that guide and regulate the conduct of humanity. One, adequate enforcement of the law. Even in developed countries. That is to say, you know that when you do this, this will happen. You must reap for it. You will go in for it. That makes people behave to some certain extent. Another thing that guides people's conduct is the fact that they must be subordinate and superior. Right? That is to say, in any way I live for there to be peace, is either they must be, you are the senior, I am the junior. So you know that when you try me, I will finish you, and me that knows that you are more powerful than me, I will not try you. Those are the things that keeps people in check. But if you think that we're going to sit down and be, in as much as we desire one Nigeria, we want to preach and we want to be all accommodating, we believe we're stronger together, but it's not the preaching of peace and love or whatever that keeps people together. These two indications are what keeps people together. And you quite agree with me to some certain extent, the two is missing. There is no adequate enforcement of laws. We are under-policed. Even the armed forces is overwhelmed, and a lot of other things. So what will keep people in check? So what we are fighting for at the moment is a situation where who is more powerful? Is it me, the Fulani man? Is it me, the Yoruba man? Is it me, the Igbo man? Or is it me, the Hausa man? The fact is, that must be sorted out. when it's sorted out, now everybody will know his position and people now will just decide to keep quiet and whatever. Looking at it, when you now introduce our religious extremism in all aspects as well, that is evident in the country. You have a lot of radical Muslims, radical Christians. We're not ready to tolerate each other. The only thing that will make us tolerate each other, let's tell ourselves the truth, is the full implementation of the law and the adequate protection of the vulnerable. That is just it. And all these things are missing. So how do you tell me we are not going to divide? And the fact is, looking at it now, Tinubu will not dare go that way. Right? Because by the time he tries to introduce that, okay, there must be establishment of ranches to curtail the free movement of the Fulanis, you quite agree with me that he is going to lose a lot of... the fact is, he's already losing at the same time as far as the North is concerned at the moment. And that is what will even bring the division closer in that regards. In the sense that Tinubu doesn't look like somebody that is ready to let go of the fact that this 8 years is his birthright. And at the same time, the Northerners are not ready to give it to him. So when you have a clash of the titans, Abi, that is what I refer to this 2027. Forget about this defection. Clash of the titans is going to definitely give birth to something. So, with all these indications on ground, my brother, the issue of one Nigeria, we are going to get better, will remain nothing but a delusion, seriously. We're going to talk more in this regards. I will drop more.